Well, hello there, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your singles new love reading all the way through to the end of 2023. So this is covering November and December. We're going to have a look and see what energies are activated, what challenges or delays you may face, and some blessings headed your way as well. So if you are single and ready to mingle, then this is the reading for you guys. So if you're new to my channel, hello, my name's Victoria. This is Radiant Moon Tarot. And if you enjoy your reading, please do take a moment and press that like button. Throw me a comment in the box down below. Where are you watching from? Especially if it's your first time here. Hello and welcome. And of course, all of you who are returning, hello, always appreciative of every single one of you. We have wallflower energy coming out here first. Oh, dear Libra. You've had some new beginnings, right? You had a new moon eclipse in your sign, right? So great energy here for you to activate some things into your life and especially love. And in the wallflower energy, this is showing that you may be a little bit worried about the next couple of months. Of course, we are heading into silly season. We've got a lot of family get-togethers, a lot of gatherings. We've got social aspects, things, and there's a lot of pressure on singles to really couple up with somebody at this time of year. So there might be a little bit of worry, or you might be feeling a little bit left out. Always, in this energy always reminds me with the wallflower card of, nobody puts baby in a corner. Get out of the corner, okay? It's your time to shine here, Libra. New beginnings, new fresh energy on the horizon, but we're not going to find that with the wallflower energy, all right? So this is a little bit of a lack energy here. So let your light shine. Let yourself be seen. Revel in the fact that you're single. It's not a negative thing, although there's a lot of pressure to couple up, right? But think of it at this time of year, you can accept only the invitations that you want. If all of a sudden you don't want to go somewhere, you can cancel. You're not waiting for someone else to get ready. You don't have to leave when someone else wants to. You can just pretty much do what you want. And to be honest with you, some of your coupled up people, connections, friends, family in your life may actually be a little bit jealous of you. So break out of this wallflower energy because you really do have a lot to offer. Venus is very much helpful for you in finding love and romance. And, but we've got to be kind of open. We've got to engage in the high vibe energy. Okay. So, break out, break free. We've got destiny coming in here. Some of you have been waiting a while for love, okay? The hand of fate intervenes. There's connections that the universe is basically rearranging people, situations, events in your life to put you into alignment with somebody that is meant for you. Part of who you're meant to be, part of who you're meant to connect with, part of what you've perhaps manifested in your life as well. However, when we have the hand of fate, we need to be open and we need to allow. Because it's quite often in those accidental moments that we didn't plan, that we didn't try and control, that are seemingly coincidences or just happy little accidents. This is where the magic is. But we don't notice it. We don't embrace it if we're not open to it. Now, do we sometimes need to be a little bit patient? Yeah. Yes, we do. Because when we're looking for love, it's not just about us being ready. It's also about the person coming towards us being ready as well. And of course, we want a healthy, happy union, a healthy, happy partnership, whatever that looks like to you, whatever it is that you're looking for. But we want to make sure that everybody is ready. Thus, we do sometimes need to exercise a little bit of patience. But there's big changes that are coming up for you in the next 6 months. The eclipse will reactivate itself, that eclipse in your sign. The eclipse energy gets reactivated around New Year. And this can be where, New Year's is a very important time for a lot of people. And it is where we reflect, but it is where we set intentions and we do look more towards the future. Like, let bygones be bygones, leave the past in the past, and we're moving forward. So this could be a very significant turning point for you. But destiny, fate, all at play for you here. But we do have the energy of passion opening up for you. Ooh la la, mon Dieu, look at that. The passion energy is wonderful. So passionate new connections, the spark, the flame, the little hairs on the back of your neck that stand up and tingle in the moment when you do meet somebody. So there is passionate connections that are in your future. So again, get out of that corner energy there and live free, live your best life, get out, have fun, socialize, mingle, and just allow things to happen when they're meant to happen. But remember to be ready for a little bit of action. Now, the passion energy, yes, it can be two people in a passionate embrace, and maybe some of you are just looking for that. Maybe you're not necessarily looking for a deep, long-term, meaningful relationship. Maybe you're just looking for a little bit of fun. That's in the cards for you there too. But I do feel that for at least someone out there, I do feel that part of your possibilities to meet a new person may be to be by following your passion. So is there something that you like to create? Is there something that you love to do? Something that really lights a fire in your soul? Are you an artist, a painter, a poet, a musician, anything, right? Anything. What is it that you're passionate about? And it's in the pursuit of passion where you may make a connection. Is there a group that you can connect with, whether in person or online? In person's always more fun, right? So this could be a key to unlock love in your life. We have ownership here. You acknowledge your misdeeds and accomplishments alike and learn to love them as lessons. As we speak right now, we do have Saturn going direct, and Saturn does bring about the realization of some life lessons that we've learned, bring some wisdom, bring some knowledge. The school of hard knocks is what the Saturn energy usually does bring, but this may be a deep realization of something. So you recognize perhaps what previous relationships have taught you. And this in turn brings you greater wisdom so that you know what you want and don't want moving forward. Right? So it's a beautiful energy here of taking that ownership and really recognizing and also being thankful for everything that has happened, because even the things that don't go our way, the things that cause us pain, there's always a lesson to be learned. There's something there that we gain. We don't always see it at the time. It's usually through hindsight and reflection. But this is where you can really embrace the good, the bad, the ugly, and be thankful for it and move forward into brighter, better times. We have humility coming in here. You've developed the loving awareness that you and everyone else are the same, but on different paths. It's a beautiful energy here because this is really one where we have a little bit of acceptance. Instead of trying to change somebody that's going to come in here for you, or instead of trying to control an outcome, we accept. We're open. We know that, we have quirks and habits and things that other people may not necessarily choose, but they accept. But then we also meet people in our lives where, they might have these little quirks and things like that, at the end of the day, they don't make them a bad person or anything like that. It's just part of who they are. And we accept that too. So when we're in this energy, we can really just be a little bit more open, a little bit more in the flow. And this is where things kind of get a little bit easier, right? When we're dealing with people in our lives. So beautiful energy there. We also have cause and effect here as well. You're aware that the love you create in your thoughts is an agent of change and the foundation of your results. Now, here's the thing, cause and effect. This is all about your energy. The energy you put out is what comes back to you, right? So no, wallflower. No. We don't want that. Okay. We want to believe in passion, in love, in fire, in romance. We want to believe that there are a lot of forces at play for us here in regards to our love life and meeting people. And we have to be patient because it's through the energy that we put out there and through the intentions that we've set, which we attract and draw things back to us. Sometimes it's hard to be positive and to be optimistic, especially when we really do want that love and we really do want those connections, and we don't want to go to family gatherings alone, and we don't want to go to, company Christmas parties alone and things like that. But we have to try. And when we are alive, when we're loving life, when we're emitting love, when our heart is open, we attract all this great energy back to us, all these wonderful people back to us. So embrace that energy, because what you put out is what bounces back. And if you've ever noticed, if you start your day out by having a bad day, maybe you start your day out by stubbing your toe, roll out of bed, start walking towards, the coffee pot or something, and all of a sudden you smash your toe. Double over in pain. Oh my good Lord, what a horrible way to start the day, right? Now, how are you going to embrace that energy? Are you going to say, oh my goodness gracious me, that hurts. Oh my goodness, catch your breath, sit down for a minute, rub your toe, and say, well, I guess I don't need any coffee now. Whew, man, well, at least I got that over with. The rest of the day should be good. Or do you wallow in the sorrow and the pain of having that stubbed toe? And because you won't let go of that energy, what a horrible day to start my way. I knew this day wasn't going to go so well. And then guess what? It doesn't. So embrace those positive vibes. Acknowledge, release, let go, move forward. And it's amazing how different your world is when you do that. So we have, oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, we've got the devil energy right here, right now. Okay, so this is the active energy right here that you're working through. Now, this is Capricorn energy, all right? And we have had Pluto, our lovely little planet Pluto, that brings change and evolution and growth and endings and new beginnings and all those wonderful things. Pluto has been in retrograde and in the sign of Capricorn, and Pluto has now gone direct in Capricorn. So in this Pluto Capricorn energy here, this is where you are recognizing what has to change, what has to leave your life, what habits, patterns, behaviors you need to break, what you need to embrace differently going forward. When we get that devil energy, we really do recognize that. Now, the devil card, first and foremost, yes, it could possibly be a Capricorn person or someone with Capricorn in their chart that you are dealing with. However, most importantly, the devil card does bring about our shadow self. The things that are hidden, the things that keep us chained and trapped and bound. And this is where we recognize the cause and effect of things. This is where we take ownership of things instead of, everyone else is to blame, or, we're holding on to things that are really not healthy anymore, right? And so when we get that devil energy, we are looking at and recognizing the things that are preventing us from being open and accepting or embracing the possibilities of love, right? The wallflower energy. Are you down? Are you feeling like you're stuck in the shadows, right? This is time to find some freedom and to break free. The devil card always reminds us here that we can quite often take things to extremes, to excess. This is where control and temptation, excessive things really do come to the forefront. So some of you are really doing some shadow work at the moment, probably necessary because, we are still in eclipse energy as I do this reading, and the eclipse energy, the aftermath of all this will unfold in the next 6 months or so. And this was incredibly significant for you. So before we're ready for love, or as we're walking the path to meet somebody new, this is where sometimes little issues do come up, and we do get these insights and these revelations. So when we get the devil card here, perspective and boundaries are always necessary with this energy. And of course, the boundaries and perspectives that we have with ourselves, not just with other people. So there's some things that you're working through, but this is a beautiful energy where you are recognizing things and you are releasing and you are moving forward in a different, better way. Now, the devil card can also bring about obsessions and our need to control everything. And remember, we do have this destiny energy here, this hand of fate. And when we do have fated events, fated energies, fated changes, we cannot rush them, and we can't rush the outcome. We can't rush what's incoming, right? We can't rush this evolutionary energy. And in our human existence, we want to control everything. We want everything here and now. We want things, we get impatient when we get frustrated. And this is something we need to work through, and we need to release. Patience is a virtue, right? But we've got to let go of this kind of controlling energy, right? And we do often try and control the timeline of things, and that's not always possible. We've got to be in the flow. Now, yes, some of you could possibly also be dealing with an ex. Now, your exes may still be in your life because of a reason, especially if you share children with your exes, right? This is very difficult to get rid of them and to completely cut the cord sometimes. Boundaries and perspective, always with the double. Boundaries, perspective. So put up those boundaries and stick to it. Yes, they'll get annoyed, pissed off, especially if they're used to manipulating you. You'll probably face their fury a little bit, okay? Hopefully, maybe just a cold shoulder. But they'll deal with it. That's their problem. The important part is to really put up those boundaries for yourself so that you free yourself. It's like, well, if you're upset, you're upset. It's not my problem, right? Here you go. Because we teach people how to treat us, whether it's someone from our past, someone from our present, or someone from our future. So we need to remember that as well when we get the devil energy. We teach people how to treat us, how to respect us, what our boundaries are, what our limits are. So just be aware of that as well. All right. But the devil card, we always do need to pay attention to our intuition as well. And especially when you're out there on the single scene, on the dating scene. Okay, you might not, not every single person that you meet is going to be that connection that you're looking for. So make sure that you do pay attention to your intuition and that you do pay attention to any kind of red flags. Okay, a red flag is a red flag is a red flag. If you're seeing a red flag, it's not going to get better, right? It's probably not going to change. So you have to figure out what are those red flags for you. What is that moment where it's like, no way, Jose, hasta la vista, right? We've got to know that within ourselves. So again, some of you are doing a little bit of shadow work and reflection just to figure that out, right? But I do feel there's a resolution in sight. We've got the Emperor energy coming in here. Now, this is a challenge for you. Okay, it's in your challenge position, but the Emperor here, this is Aries energy. So, some of you may have an Aries person in your life, but the Aries energy, this is first sign of the zodiac, right? Aries energy initiates things. So part of the challenge here may be taking the first steps towards love, or the first steps to releasing, or the first steps to change. And the first step is always the hardest. It's kind of like if you make a New Year's resolution to get to the gym, to get healthier. Getting to the gym is more than half the battle, right? Once we get there, it's actually probably like 80% of the battle is just taking that first step and getting ourselves to where we want to go. So part of the challenge here may be getting out of your comfort zone. Maybe taking that initiative to go and find love, joining a group, talking to somebody that maybe, because the devil card, right, there'd be some temptation there, right? There may be someone that you're kind of, obsessing over a little bit, right? Because somebody here in this energy. So you got to make the first move, most likely. And in the Aries energy with the Emperor, a bold first move. And that's not always necessarily in your wheelhouse, in your comfort zone, right? So, so that could be a little bit of a challenge for you. But the challenge is not impossible to overcome. The challenge is doing it, getting up the courage to take the first step forward. Now, the Emperor can also represent stability and security, because the Emperor as an energy is successful, is stable, is secure, has a good foundation, is very confident, very comfortable in their skin, has weathered a whole bunch of storms, learned their lesson, and are very much at the top of your game. Now, as of your energy here, you might be feeling a little bit challenged or hesitant with all that energy. And especially we do have the wallflower energy. We do have the devil card here. So you could be working through some stuff internally. And so you might not be feeling 100% confident. You might not be feeling like you've got both feet on the ground and, a good head on your shoulders, right? And we all do get like that. We all do feel like that sometimes. But the Emperor energy shows that you do have more than what you give yourself credit for. Don't sell yourself short. Don't undermine your own energy here, because you do have a lot to offer. You do have a lot to give. You've had successes. Have you had challenges or failures as you perceive them? Yes, you most likely have, but we all have, and this is what makes us us. This is what makes us unique, and this what gives us those big, strong, solid foundations, those building blocks of life. So be like the emperor. Believe in yourself. Be confident in yourself, but know your worth as well. Never sell yourself short, especially since we do have the devil card here, because sometimes, okay, we're in the wallflower energy we've got here. We've got that devil card energy. Sometimes what happens is we may be so desperate to have that love in our life and to have that connection that we do sell ourselves short because we don't want to wait. It's all that shadow side of being patient, right? But don't sell yourself short. Know your worth. And when we are confident in that energy, we attract that kind of person back to us. Not someone that's going to take. We're going to get someone that gives and receives equally. And this may be certainly what you're looking for, Libra. You like that balance and harmony. You like that equilibrium. Fair is fair, right? Now, the Emperor may be also something that you're working through, and this may come up with your shadow side. The Emperor is quite often like a father figure kind of thing. So you could possibly be working through some issues that you have had in the past with a parental unit. And, head of a household, it may or may not be male, but the head of a household. And because we're quite often taught, even if we're not sat down and given a lecture, we're quite often taught how relationships are or how they should be, by our upbringing. We have divorced parents. Sometimes we've got, a parent that's dominant and one that's submissive. Sometimes we have those wonderful, loving parents, right? But no parents are perfect. We don't come here with a handbook. So you might be working through some issues, okay, there with how you have perceived love or what a relationship should be based on your upbringing, right? And this is part of what you might be working through. But I do feel here that for some of you, you've got this Emperor coming towards you, and part of the challenge is waiting. Waiting game, playing the waiting game. All right. So patience is definitely a virtue. All right. And that might be a little bit of a challenge. Now, with the Emperor energy here, this is probably somebody that is either going through something now or they have been through some things. So it's just a little bit of a delay meeting this person. The person very successful with all those qualities I already mentioned. And it may be that there's just, a bit of a delay meeting this person or making this actual connection. Maybe they have a little bit of healing to do. They might have some issues that they need to wrap up. Better they wrap them up before you get embroiled with them rather than you getting dragged into things, right? So maybe just a little bit of a delay meeting somebody there. The blessings headed your way. We've got the Six of Swords. This is lovely. The Six of Swords shows an element of overcoming challenges, releasing blocks and obstacles, and moving forward. There's greener pastures ahead for you. There's calmer times ahead for you. New beginnings on the horizon. We're leaving difficult times behind, and we're opening the door to something better. The Six of Swords is where we find resolutions, where we find peace, balance, and harmony after a time of struggle and difficulties. This is where we could even compromise with somebody. So if you are having some challenges there with a past person, and most likely, dealing with like children or shared resources or something, this is where you find that compromise and you have peace. So it's a great thing. But this is moving forward in a better way. And a lot of promise on the horizon for you there. Now, the Six of Swords is a card of protection as well. So this reminds you that you are always protected. You are always guided. Your intuition's always guiding you. Spirit's always guiding you. And there is something really positive in your future on the horizon here. So don't give up hope. Be open, be free, be in the flow. The Six of Swords may show that for some of you here, there might be a trip or a journey coming up, or you may meet somebody who has relocated to your area, or maybe you even relocate someone, or someone who may possibly live overseas and maybe they're like a foreign national, I guess you might call it, but somebody whose culture, whose upbringing may be, you know, another part of the world, right? So you could probably appreciate that in them with this energy. But it's also a rite of passage, learning those life lessons. And once you've recognized and learned things and acknowledged things, then we move forward. So it can be a really positive energy there for you. So better times ahead. Okay. The clouds are parting. The storm is clearing. And we've got peace and love and happiness and joy, new connections, new possibilities, all opening up for you. So let's grab a couple more cards and see what last messages. Woo, thank you. We'll take you. See what else we've got coming out here for you guys. And we have peace. Hey, would you look at that? That's beautiful. Peace, balance, harmony, calm, healing, you name it. Voila, here it is for you. Instead of a tumultuous connection, a nice peaceful one. What are you manifesting here? Because in this particular deck, whenever we get the egg shows that there's something new about to hatch, and it's nice and calm. So whether you're finding compromise, whether you're chasing the shadows away, or whether you are just feeling this sense of peace, balance, harmony, whether you may get someone that comes in that is comfortable in their own skin. They're not here to harm. They're here to connect on a wonderful level. It's a beautiful energy. We also have truth be told coming in here also. And the truth be told energy is really about baring your soul, opening your heart, letting someone see the real you. The window to your soul is open. The window to someone else's soul is open as well. And this, you know, the love that's coming in, those doors that are open, it's where you can be honest and truthful, but you're also attracting honesty and truth towards you as well. Someone that you can open up with fully, wholly, completely. You can open your heart, you can bare your soul, and you can trust them. The truth be told energy also does bring in wisdom. And we do have this element of wisdom, or, you know, recognizing some lesson. And this is bringing in some really wonderful positive change for you. But the truth be told energy is also a reminder here to be really honest and open with yourself. What do you really want out of a relationship? What do you want out of a loving connection? When the hand of fate intervenes, what do you want fate to bring you? What are you manifesting in your life? Focus on the positive. Don't focus on the negative, because wherever we put our energy, wherever we put our focus, that is what we attract in. So we want to focus on the things that we want, and we leave no space for the things that we don't. So speak with positive words, speak with positive vibes, and you'll be amazed what doors may open for you, because we do have a window, a door opening up there for you, a portal, if you will. Allow the magic to happen. I've been asked to leave that there, so I'm going to. I hope there was something here that resonated with you on some level. If there was, please take a moment and press like on this video. If you do enjoy my readings, please also hit the subscribe button as well. If you hit the notification bell, then in theory, you will be notified whenever I do post a new reading. That has not worked well for months on many, many, many channels, and I don't think it's still fixed. But anyways, give it a whirl. But I thank you for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your year. And we'll connect again a little later.